Yeah, you can start.
Okay, just a second. Let's go. My journey of getting accepted by UWC and by Uzbekistan National Committee to UWC Dilijan, or some rounds of hell, as you can call it. Okay. So basically, a bit about myself. Currently, I'm 16 years old. The presentation was made a few days ago. So, yeah, I don't have any definite passions, but I used to do some design work and I do marketing for now. I work at Esco Life Sciences Group. I also lead an international English community called Be Speaking for 1.5 years. Mm, about the schools that I'm going to, it was founded in 2014. The entirety of the, just a second, guys. It's a bit. So the entirety of the UWC movement, as it is about uniting people and resolving and making peace in the world through education. That is the aim of UWC. Uh, the schools that I'm currently studying at has international baccalaureate diploma program as the main one, and there are 220 students ranging from 16 to 19 from over 80 countries. And also another big part of UWC Dilijan is that Armenia is quite a small country, yes, and the educational system here is not that good. And the school that I'm currently attending, yes, is one of the educational hubs of Armenia. So basically, a lot of innovation comes through our school. Yep. And also one of the main points of UWC Dilijan is sustainability. The campus itself is very sustainable. Everywhere you can see, like if you walk somewhere, yes, in the corridors, they will not be always lit, yes. So if you walk in, they light up. But when there is no one else, like when there is not anyone, they'll be shut. Okay. History of UWC. So basically, it's a small video. I think it will not be shown here. I think we can share a link to it in the channel after the presentation. I really recommend you to watch this video to understand how the UWC was made and what purpose does it serve. Uh, yeah. Any questions so far? I think we'll be having Q&A at the end of the session. So prepare your questions. I'll be asking it like answering to them in the end. Okay. 1962. Guys, can you hear it?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
Just another. Okay. Uh, I think this exercise was crucial for you to understand what it is, what UWC Moon actually is, and how it was formed. Okay. Now let's talk about the reasons why you should attend the UWC and why you should apply to UWC actually. It's a very strong international community. I have friends from Uganda right now, Tanzania. I have friends from UK, like Netherlands, everywhere pretty much, Armenia, Russia. And they're all very passionate individuals. They all have their own unique stories to tell. Another thing is you'll be kind of you will be challenged. I don't actually know if you because I haven't yet started my classes for the IB, but many people tell, and I think it's a well-known fact that IB is a very challenging program. And but another thing is it's internationally recognized. Okay. Third reason is you'll get to live in another country. Just imagine you 15 or 16-year-old kid, yes, going to another country, living there with other 16 and 15 years old, not 16 or 15, like 16 to 18-year-olds, yes, in the same dorms, sharing your dialogues, yes, having parties and everything. Another big factor for me was UWC Davis scholarship. If you come from, I think most of you actually will seek financial aid. That's why I really recommend you to apply for the Uzbek National Committee. And if you qualify for, I think, Uzbek National Committee, if you qualify for scholarship, you'll qualify for Davis scholarship too. And it's up to 40K a year towards university fees. So I think all UWC alumni are studying right now in US at full rights, basically, all of them. Yeah, just imagine you, it's basically, if you get into, there is a list of universities, yes, that go by the Davis scholarship, and I think it's around 80 of them that they have. And if you get into one of them and you are a UWC alumni, you will instantly get Davis scholarship if you qualify for it, because it's need based. If your parents make crazy rich money, yes, you kind of cannot get the scholarship. And actually, coming to the campus, I think another big plus for me is that you get to experience what adult life is. Really, you basically come into another country. You have all those different people that you have never met before, and you get to experience how to do everything yourself, the laundry and everything. Yes, uh, many of you can experience it because I think many of you come from regions of Uzbekistan and you come to Tashkent to study. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's a different country and you have like teenagers around you. Yes, but all in all, it's good. And also the weather here is just amazing, you know. Scenery, every UWC location is actually very scenic. That's one of the important factors. Except from those city ones, I think, like, but they also have their own vibe. Okay. UWC, let's talk about the actual application now. The criterias, no, application, the criterias to apply for Uzbek National Committee. You must be a citizen of Uzbekistan. You must be studying in 9th, 10th, or 11th grade of secondary school or post-secondary educational institution, but not yet as a university student at the time of submitting your application. It's all taken from the website of the official UWC Uzbekistan National Committee site, basically. So you all have to fall in this criteria, all of them, because if you don't fall in, unfortunately, you cannot apply. You must be 16 to 17-year-olds before, I think, at the beginning of the academic year, it's September 1st. You must be a highly capable student with a strong academic record. About that, yes, it is true, because Uzbek National Committee is very competitive. Get ready, because I think in Uzbekistan it's not that hard to get your GPA up high, yes. And don't worry too much about your GPA. You don't have to have like a 5 out of 5. Just don't go below 4.5, I think. And if you have a reason to explain it, I think it's okay too. You must speak, not must, but you should speak English or be able to quickly learn it, because here I have met many people whose English isn't that good, yes, but they still can communicate. Yes, the main thing is communication. You must be able to communicate with others, and IB itself is very challenging. So if you actually don't understand a thing in English, do not apply, because it's really bad. It will be very hard for you. Or you must be such a quick learner. If you are such a quick learner, I think it will be fine with you. For this year, you also should be born between September 2007 till August 2009. Yep. Basically, as most of you are. Okay. Yep. Application rounds. That's one of the most important things to know about. If you're aware of what kind of, I wasn't aware of what kind of rounds we'll have. Yes, I was just there. Yes, like when we had everything, I just filled out the form, and then when we had something, I was just okay. I didn't even put much hope into UWC because I knew that the chances are quite low, and yep. Okay, the first round is essay and general info. Basically, you write a lot of essays, not a lot, but like I think 10, but they are short. 40, 50 words, up to 400. One essay is 400 words. All the other ones are pretty short, so don't worry about that. And general info, it's like your academics, yes, transcript, your name, your parents' names, yes, not parents' names, but like everything about you, about yourself, yes, your address, your email. The second one is logical test. uh, it doesn't really depend if your application, so basically everyone gets a logical test, everyone. You just have to submit it right, yes, so your application must be filled out right, without like left out spaces, yes, or like random stuff, yes, not random stuff, I mean like when somebody may prank you, yes, and put like a silly name that doesn't even exist, yes. I think if you don't do that, you'll be pretty fine, you'll get the logical test, everyone gets. It's basically SAT type questions, but a little bit easier. And also, one main thing is there is lots of different language options. You have Uzbek, you have Russian, you have Armenian. If you're Armenian, I guess like Georgian. I guess that's it. So you can be very comfortable with the task. You don't have to worry about language that much in the task itself. And the math part is up to ninth grade, and it's a little bit different from SAT, but still they resemble each other. So there are two parts, the math type and the verbal. Yes, in verbal, it's kind of like a SAT question, but it's a little different because you have riddles. Yes, you have like those more kind of IQ questions. If you have ever taken DTM, yes, like those IQ questions. But you'll be fine if you're like okay with comprehension. Yes, if you're basically because you don't need English at that stage, you can like do this test in your own native language, which is pretty lit, I think. Uh, Interview stage. Basically, not everyone gets through the logical test. Lots of, not a lot, but I guess like few people fail it, yes, and not everyone gets an interview. They'll ask, so this, the third round actually relates to the first one. Yep. I mean, they'll ask you questions about your actual application, like what you've written in. So don't try to lie because it will be seen. It will be found by them. If you actually lied on your application, yes. If you said some stuff that you actually didn't do, they'll find it out. Don't be so bothered about your, like, it's not like you have to cure cancer or anything. You just have to be yourself throughout the application process. Yeah. And yeah, they'll ask you essays, questions about essays because basically in this year's what I remember, what I've got on my stage is that you'll get the most important essays for me that were like the first essay theme was how would you change a plot of a movie or a book? Yes. Another one was who is your role model? I wrote for the first one, and they asked me like, why did you decide to change that? Yes, what was the reasoning behind that? they asked me like the questions on a more or like to see what I actually think. Yes. Okay. Um, Many people don't get through the interview, just believe me. Because we had 22 people at the finals, yes. But I think around 800 people apply each year to, or more, to the UWC National Committee of Uzbekistan. Um, you at the finals, you will do activities with other UWC finalists. I do not really recommend to change yourself, yes, at the finals, because if you try to change yourself, if you're like a different person in real life and you're kind of get different at the finals, you don't feel that well at UWC. But I guess if you can do it, yes, if you are comfortable with it. But I don't really recommend yourself to change yourself because you're going there, yes, to UWC, and you will feel it. If you are very introverted, yes, if you don't actually like living with other people, you will not enjoy the UWC experience. But so I really recommend you to be yourself. Yes, I think most of you are kind of okay with living with other people. I live in a flat with other person. It's kind of good actually because you get to talk a lot. Yes, you get to do activities. You get to bond together. It's really great to have a roommate actually. Mm. There will be different activities. Okay, I'll go through the list of what I have done. So basically, we have entered the enter engineering building. I don't know where it will be held this year, this year's application round, but in my application cycle, it was held in the enter engineering building. In the past year, I think before my application center, it was held in Samarkand. So if you're from the regions, you will have to go to Tashkent actually, or other city. If you're from Tashkent, yes, you will have to go to maybe Bukhara, yes, if they decide to make it out there, yes. But it's fine. You'll be given food, yes. I think accommodation. I'm not really sure about accommodations though. Okay. So when you enter the building, you'll have, and actually they may change it. So I'm just telling you the general things. You'll have interviews and team games. That's it. But in my application cycle, you'll enter the room. Yes, they'll greet you. Yes, they'll present themselves. Yes, and then there'll be a first team game. And then after the team game, you will have your personal interview. There'll be two people sitting, yes, asking you different type of questions. It will not be harsh, yes, they'll not be harsh. They'll not be asking you non-stop questions, hard questions. No, they'll be very understanding. They'll be asking questions based on your application, actually, as it is with the third round. Then after the interview, we had lunch, and after lunch, we had final activity. Yep, or a team game. And please, 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 I've seen many people do it in my cycle. Not many, but I guess like if you're trying to be the leader, yes, the leader, the alpha of the group, don't try that. Don't try to be the alpha actually, because uh, they'll see it. Be a good leader. Yes, try to be a good leader. You actually have to listen to other people. Don't only share your own opinion. Yes, be there, be understanding. Yes, and everything. Don't try to be like. Don't try to take all the light on yourself. It's not good. Because you'll not only put yourself in a bad situation, but put your teammates also. So think about your teammates and other people that actually want to, and they're not trying to be those pretentious alphas and leaders. Yes. Um, yeah, but you should actually try to be as active as possible in all the activities. Yes, but don't try to take all the light on yourself. Uh, give other people, yeah, basically you have to listen to other people. Yep. Okay. It's a bit early to get to that part. What is the time actually right now? It's only 30 minutes that we're having this podcast. Um, it's not really a podcast, I think. It's like more of a webinar thing. But okay, we'll have more Q&A then. Okay. My advice for future 25s, 27s. It may sound a bit like Zayezhina, it's in Russian. I think it's something like when you have the one thing that everybody tells you, yes, every time. Do not try to hide yourself from the committee because it's not really good. You will not feel good yourself. You will not enjoy the UWC experience. The main thing is, even if you get in, another thing is they'll kind of they kind of can see if you're trying to hide your real self from them. Yes. Okay. Another great advice I think that I haven't done myself is reading through the UWC values and trying to incorporate it into your daily life, because if you actually want to attend UWC, yes, and you really like the values, if you incorporate them into your daily life, the MT will see it like right away, yes, because they are so unique, the UWC values, that they'll just see it, and also you will feel good here. Yeah, don't try to be like, okay, I'll hide all my true self, yes, on the finals day. I'll hide my true self on the interview stage. No, try to actually incorporate them into your daily life. Don't try to pretend to incorporate them at the stages, okay? Be as confident as possible about your passions. If you speak confidently, they'll be able to get what that you are truly passionate. It applies not only to the interview stages. I mean, here speak is how you describe them actually, because if you're actually passionate about something, just tell them. Yes, tell them openly. Don't be shy. They are there for you, for your true self. Yes. Um, and also, I think like if you're applying right now, you can actually find some passions before the application cycle starts. I think it has already started, yes, but I'm not really sure actually. Yeah, just be confident throughout the stage. Yep. Another thing is to plan ahead. Yep. Planning ahead means that you are creating, yes, a list of passions and experiences, yes, that you have done in the past. Because for me, it was really hard to gather the memories that I had of activities and passions that I've done throughout my life to actually write a good essay. Yes, like you can even collect the moments, the happy moments, the bad moments that you had. Yes, it will help immensely when you're writing your essays, actually, and when you're filling out the activity form. Yes. Uh, okay. It's Q&A, but I think I can share a little more about myself. Yep. Uh, actually, about my academic profile, I think it's really interesting to all of you because you really want to see what it is, or how, like, what kind of academics do you need to get in. So I'm a graduate. I'm a graduate of a public school, 263 in Tashkent. I finished ninth grade there, and I went to, if some of you know, like Interhouse Lyceum in Tashkent. I've studied social humanitarian sciences for 1 year, and I think my GPA wasn't that crazy. Yes, I've used my ninth year GPA because we in Lyceum we do not get that card. Yes, like when I was applying, I didn't get the transcript card actually from my Lyceum, so I applied with the school one. My GPA at that time was, I think, around 4.85 or something like that. I had an IELTS score of 7.5, but you don't really need IELTS. Don't take it for UWC. Your English doesn't really matter that much as long as you can communicate. As I said before, you're good to go because many of the firsties in my generation, yes, my generation, they do not have IELTS. I think all of them do not have IELTS. Only I do. I'm not really sure though. And also I had SAT. I had a score of 1340, so nothing crazy. So don't worry about academics too much because it's mostly up to who you are, up to your soul. Yes. Um, it's like the same with college admissions because it's not about your academics, yes, or either about your activities or either about your essays. It's a mix of everything, yes. And also, UWC National Committee, what it differs from the college application, you get to see lots of people like in real life. So try to be communicative, yes, try to be active in discussions, try to build a good relationship with everyone there. Yes. I fortunately did this thing. So basically, I was trying to be as active as possible. I tried to talk to, I've, and also be very nice actually throughout the application process. That shows signs of niceness, yes, in your application process. Yep. Okay. I think we have a lot of questions actually, yes. If okay, it is already 7. Oh, okay. Advices, application process. What should we go for? Okay. So basically, throughout, I'm answering Mansoor CEO. Uh, they will take, I think, they'll take the interview stage. There will be a translator for Uzbek. If you cannot speak English that well, there will be a translator for Uzbek. And at the finals day, Uzbek is actually fine because everybody is like Uzbek National Committee. What do you expect? Everybody speaks Uzbek there. Not everybody, but like most of the people there. Qanaqa qilib registratsiyadan o'tib turganimizni alohida content qilib oling. I actually it's really easy. You just go to the UWC Uzbek National Committee. You hit apply button and that's it. Yeah, and then it's like up to you how you fill it in. I think it's a bit stupid to do that video actually because it's just that easy. Google it. Okay. Okay, basically about the Armenian language. I think it's because the main NC of the post-Soviet countries is National Committee of Armenia because they have the fund, yes, and the school here, yes, the main school, UWC Dilijan is here. So every document pretty much has like an Armenian in it, but you can see it has Uzbek too. Don't worry too much. It's okay if they have Armenian. Just fill in, just put in, okay, where exactly UWC is located. So there are 18 locations. I don't know where exactly they are located, but my college is located in a very scenic place. It's covered with mountains. They're very green. They differ. They differ a bit from Uzbek mountains because it's basically a forest. Yes, here. It's located in a small town of Dilijan. It's like 15,000 people. Assalamu alaikum. My application for UWC and the application you're asking for information from, but in your YouTube, It's not from which shows what happened. So basically, a recommendation from parents and guardians is not really a recommendation. It's they'll have to fill out some forms, yes, their documents, because they cannot really access your personal information because you're underage, most of you. Yes, all the applicants from National Committee of Uzbekistan are underage, and yeah, they'll have to get a like a permission from your parents. Interview'da O'zbekcha gapirsa bo'ladimi shunda? Yes, yes, I think so. But I've talked in English. If you are good with English, talk in English. It will be better because the interviewers are actually not Uzbek. They are like from other countries. There is just a person from National Committee who is translating your speech. Okay, is everything our comparison if we will be a finalist? I mean, income from translation foods. I'm not sure. I think no, because it's not yet. You are not in UWC yet. Why do you think you were accepted to UWC? I actually don't know. I wasn't planning to get accepted. I got off the wait list. Actually, two people. The funny story is like these recent years, only a few people get nominated right away. Yes, most get accepted through the waiting list. So there were two right away nominees and like three got accepted off the wait list. Yep. Is failing the logical test makes an impact on a passing interview? If you fail the logical test, you'll kind of not make it into UWC. Yes, you're like that. That's it. Do you recommend leaving PS for UWC? Would you leave PS if you were me? Actually, I know some people who left PS for UWC. It's really up to you, I think. If you really want to attend UWC, attend it. I'm not sure. I'm not from PS actually. But you have a great educational system too. So think about the impact that UWC will bring into your life and doesn't it overcome the comfort that you have in Uzbekistan? What kind of opinions did you write on this? Could you give any notions? I don't want to share like my exact essays, but basically, you're right. There is like a plethora of questions that you have. In my essay, I wrote like craziest and the most stupidest thing ever about the plot, change the plot. Because I wrote like, actually, I wrote about if some of you know the book by Daniel Defoe, Robinson Crusoe. I wrote that the Robinson Crusoe should have stayed with Friday on the island. Yes, because their friendship, the newly gained relationship that they got rapid too much. Yes. Which one is better? I'm applying for IBTP or IBCP. What are the main differences between them? I'm not sure about the career program, but I think like if you get into the UWC from our national committee, you'll only have the choice of IBTP. And IBTP is more academic. IBCP is more practical. That's it. Didn't you spend any extra fees like politics and have you covered the basically, they've only covered my academic fees, and they've covered my fees for food at here in Dilijan, and like they'll not cover your flight, yes, they'll not cover your food out of like school, yes, and they'll not cover your visa processes. And actually, we don't need a visa in Armenia because you're already getting a good scholarship if you apply through National Committee of Uzbekistan. And it's not that much, actually. Accommodation is covered, food is covered, but not the full. I didn't get a full ride, actually. Basically, it's okay. Just fill it in. Don't worry too much. Can I use AI for essays to develop? Actually, it's grammar crucial for essays questions section. Don't use AI. Don't use AI. No way you can use AI because they check it for AI. I think so. And if they find traces of AI, your application will get like into the trash bin. Yeah. Doesn't our acceptance rate depend on the countries that we choose? So basically, if you're applying for no. So basically, you will be um, okay. Let me tell you one thing. You kind of don't know where you're going. So you apply, yes, and whatever school our NC finds a place in for you, yes, you go there. It's like uh, that. And it doesn't really differ. So basically, for the entirety of Uzbekistan, I think it's like 1 or 2% acceptance rate, maybe a bit lower. But don't worry too much. If you're good with yourself, if you're confident enough, I think you'll do it. Okay, any other questions? I think there were questions like a bit above. Okay, 26 questions. Okay. قبول colonialism inqatta sabab nima policies. I think it's your soul actually, yes. As I said, there is no main factors that it got me in. I actually don't know because they do not share what got me in. Finler? I actually don't understand what is Finler. I actually don't know. Do you mean finalists? So basically, yes, if you write in your essay about one college, so basically UWC Dilijan was in my top three. So I really like it here. It was in my top three. And they do see like what you write in. Yes, I really, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I can actually see spots that we have, like not for, uh, basically we always have a spot in Gong Kong. We always have a spot in Armenia. We always have a spot in Adriatic. We always have a spot in Tanzania. And I think this year we also had a spot in Changshu and also had a spot in what was it? I actually cannot remember. Isaac, Japan. Yep, it's for this year. Uh, from Uzbekistan finalists, there are 22, but the people who get nominated, it's like five people this year or six. Okay, I need that the video quality will not be that good. Okay. Okay. Which one is better? Okay. Where is the UWC school building? Or is UWC? Yes. UWC dormitory is actually really good because you have like, I live in a flat. There are two people. I have my own table. I have my own bed. We have our own like toilet. We have our own shower, and we got a little bit space. But we kind of live in a superior room. There are also different kinds of rooms. I'm not sure. I think I've answered the question about PS. UWC offers IBDP. It offers schools. Is IB alike or better than InfoG? I'm not sure because I've never studied in A levels, and I've never studied in IB before. Yes, because our questions didn't start yet. Yeah, basically, I think A levels it's like 3 subjects. In IB, it's 6 subjects. Okay. Is UWC better than Flex? It's not comparable because it's kind of comparable, but Flex is a 1 year program where you have more of cultural exchange. Yes, you also have lots of cultural exchange in UWC, but UWC also is very strong from the academic side. But in Flex, you get the benefit of the full coverage of everything, and you also get 200 on top. I was a finalist in both programs, and the UWC application rounds are a bit like, they're a bit more not better, but the quality of the quality of when you have those rounds, yes, the quality of the chairs and everything, you feel a bit better because with the finals. The was in a very big building. We had a lunch, yes, but in Flex you do not get that things. But in Flex you also Flex also has lots of its own benefits, lots of them. I have a few friends who got into Flex this year, and they are going on a full scholarship. Their flights are covered. Yes, they will be living in America. Yes, they'll be having $200 every month, but you will not get that in UWC. I heard that someone has an attempted to go to also the past or which comes in more some those extended. Um, I think like if you are talking about some people who don't accept their spots, yes, there are such people because they may have their own circumstances, family ones like illness and everything. I didn't actually. I was I wasn't selected for flags. I got into the finalist rounds, yes, but I didn't make it in the finalist. But I think if I was accepted to UWC, I would still choose UWC. Like if I even if I was accepted to flags, because here I get 2 more years, yes, and I'm not that much stressed out about college application here because of the Davis money. Yeah. Okay, there are more comments coming up, right? There is also essay part in first round. The second round is logical. If your essays are good enough, so it's just because it's very academically rigorous, and they're looking at everything. They're not only looking at your like poetic side. Yes, they are looking at your academic perspective too. Where are you currently? I'm in Armenia. Is it going to apply for UWC? I cannot actually get what you mean. Can you rewrite the question? Okay. Yeah, I actually went to UWC. I'm right now at the UWC. Okay. Other questions, please. We have 10 more minutes. That's it. Uh, because you'll not be getting insider info. Like it's really good info that you're getting right now. If I had such podcasts, I would go on them immediately because you'll not be getting that info from someone like without money. Should we give enough money with our stuff if we will be? Yeah, you should take around. I think I took around $200 with myself. I spent around $200, not including flights. But flights to Armenia are really cheap. Like I think it was $200 for one person. Охорги башкачта канахая жамаи oyun morganda. So basically, it was I cannot share those details, but it was a game about like more of a detective game, yes, where you use like all. There were 6 people in my team, yes, and we kind of had to find other people. Like I don't remember like exactly details, but it's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah, write your questions down because it's just here or never. Because not never, but I think like it's pretty rare to find podcasts about UWC. It's not that many people. Like there are not many finalists actually. I think in total there were like people who finished UWC, people who are currently enrolled in UWC, yes. My second year's me, it's only 22 people. So yeah, just think about it. It's only 22 people for I think 5 years that our national committee has existed or more. Yep. Okay. Um, you're not writing it down, so yep. Any other questions? Dilfuza, I think you can ask me some questions if you want.
Yeah.
Like,
So, like, if you could go back in time, which advice would you give to your younger self who was applying to this program?
Uh, as I said, like the advice for future 25, 27s, basically you get to plan ahead. Yes, write your experiences down. Make a diary actually, because diary really helps you to keep track of your day. Yes, and lets you see like your past self from the future. And also, don't get into academic stuff. Don't take IELTS because if you're taking IELTS too early, like I was 14 when I took IELTS, and it was too early, like for me. I cannot do anything with it right now. So if I took it this year, it would be much better because I think I could have actually used it. Yep. So don't be very, very fast with, yeah, you can take SATs, but don't take IELTS right before you. I think it depends. If you're actually in the college preparation, yes, if you're in 10th grade, as I was, uh, you should take it, yes, when you're in the 10th grade, but don't take it if you're in 9th grade. Because there are some people who gone to UWC from the 9th grade, actually. Like, that's the main thing. It's all about the age requirement. If even if you're, I think, like 8th grade, yes, you can still apply if your age requirements still fit, yes. Or no, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, just be sure that you're of age. Yeah. That was another questions that you may have.
Yeah, I think everyone is done with questions. Uh,
Okay.
Thanks a lot for taking your time and sharing your experience about application process for such a prestigious program like UWC. And on behalf of EduGrants team, we wish you good luck in your academic endeavors and taking your
Okay.
B exams and stuff like that, and success in your college application as well. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye, actually. Yep. Yeah. If you haven't asked questions, I think you've missed out a lot. So, be a bit like, feel bad about yourself a bit. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.